We've been talking about, just kind of that tide pool aroma for a long time. So we currently are at Tamworth Distilling and Mercantile in Tamworth, New Hampshire. As we were looking at animals that we could get from the ocean and distinctive flavors, we like a good story. And so it occurred to me, we had this invasive species readily available. It's a wild animal that comes from the ocean right here in New Hampshire.
What's the green crab? A green crab is a really mean little crustacean that is an invasive species. It came over about 200 years ago from Europe. It has created a lot of economic and ecological issues. I'm Dr. Gabby Bradt, and I am the Fisheries Extension Specialist for New Hampshire Sea Grant and UNH Cooperative Extension. For the last 6 or so years, I have been trying to figure out how to get people to eat them. This is a really neat way to think outside the box, hit new resources, and produce a new product.
It's something that hasn't been done that I'm aware of, using crab to flavor any kind of whiskey.
I feel like that's sort of New England innovation, right?
Kind of as an organization, we like to do traditional, but at the same time, we're also looking to touch on things that haven't been done before. It's kind of off-putting at the same time because you're just like, oh, crab. Everybody has this kind of gut repulsion when you mention crab and a spirit. And I've watched a lot of people go from revulsion to getting kind of turned on their head when they finally do get to try it.
I am not smelling crab. I'm not smelling ocean. I'm smelling the spice blend.
It's ubiquitous. We all recognize it as the ocean smell, but for us, it's linked to that specific memory of a specific place. Every person that I allowed to smell the kelp preparations that spit out, oh, that's just like whatever beach it was that they grew up at. And that's what flavor and aroma are all about. It really is an experience that you're trying to tap into.
If you're a really good invader, like the green crab, you outcompete the native species. They're pretty much voracious shellfish connoisseurs. So they love baby oysters. They can eat about 40 mussels, one crab by itself per day. What ends up happening is your biodiversity in your habitats goes down. You have fewer of your native species, fewer of your crabs, fewer of your shellfish. I think one of the hardest things is, can we use enough green crabs to make enough different products to really make a dent?
The compound that is on all living things that are in the ocean. When they die, that compound begins to break down and turn into amines, kind of give you that burn zapping smell. And that's our signal that seafood's not fresh. These spice blends that we've come up with over hundreds of years are meant to work with that so that it prolongs the life of what's viable to eat and so that we can actually work around it. It creates this base, this kind of funkiness, this mysterious, like, what is that? So that's the approach that I took with using crab and a spirit, kind of a funky mystery intertwined with the history of spices. I hope it brings more awareness to the issue with invasive species. I also hope it'll just bring people to question their impulses. Naturally, you're just like going to be a little repulsed, but if you just give it a try, you might surprise yourself.